The Secret of Solomon's Wealth. Episode 15. Solomon always hired the best of the best. Excellence requires pursuit. Quality is not commonplace. It is not always accessible. It is not always convenient. It is rarely inexpensive. Excellence will cost you. But the rewards are lasting. When he wanted the highest quality craftsman in brass, Solomon sent for Hiram. In 1 Kings chapter 7 verse 14, Hiram is described as a man, filled with wisdom, and understanding, and cunning to work all works in brass. Likewise, when Solomon created his navy, he says in 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 27, that he chose shipmen that had knowledge of the sea. Solomon loved beautiful woodwork and insisted on hiring only the best craftsmen. 1 Kings chapter 5 verse 6 says, "For thou knowest that there is not among us any that can skill to hew timber like unto the Sidonians." In his great book, Salesman of the Century, Ron Popeil, one of the multimillionaires you see on television so often wrote, "I realized a long time ago that I'm not an expert in every area. That's why I work with professionals to assist me in the creation and marketing of my products. I do know what consumers like and how to market a product, but I know very little about engineering, about motors, and how things work internally. So I bring in professionals to work with me and have always been fortunate to surround myself with people who I always felt were a lot smarter." Consider the following 7 facts about excellence. 1. Excellence is always instantly recognized. Uncommon men honor it in friends and foes alike. As Porter Bibb, the biographer of famed multimillionaire Ted Turner, wrote on page 65 of his book, "It ain't as easy as it looks, he is quick to compliment worthy opponents." 2. Excellence never produces regret and remorse. Someone said, "The quality of your product will be remembered long after the price of it has been forgotten." Whether you are hiring an employee or purchasing an item at your local store, when you invest in the best, it creates peace of mind that is unexplainable. You have just improved the quality of your life, and your inner peace is the proof. 3. Excellence never requires replacement. Have you ever used an inferior product in order to save a few dollars? Of course you have. And, within a matter of a few months, it had to be replaced. 4. Excellence enables you to focus. Solomon knew the importance of focus. Anything less than the best becomes distracting. Something within you is always in pursuit of the best. The desire for excellence is a natural current running within every human heart. It is unexplainable, undeniable, and always emerging. 5. Any refusal to invest in excellence guarantees a future loss. I had a disheartening experience some years ago. When a contract was presented to me, I decided to save the $200 cost of taking it to my lawyer. 12 months later, one word in the contract cost me $10,000. Think about it. What a terrible trade-off. In my desire to save $200, I lost $10,000, simply because I refused to hire the best, the most qualified, the specialist in the center of his expertise. "Why are you doing your own tax return?" I inquired of a close friend. "I'm saving $120, was his reply. How foolish. Before me was a young man who knew nothing about taxes, tax laws, or the dangers of making a mistake. You see, there are some who spend thousands of hours reviewing, analyzing, and scrutinizing the latest laws and the most recent tax breaks, in order to help us avoid pitfalls that cost us thousands of dollars. It is foolish to ignore their expertise." One of the most successful men on television today is Ron Popeil. When he advises people about setting up their new home shopping business, he knows what he is talking about. On page 243 of his book, The Salesman of the Century, he says, "In setting up your new home shopping business, you're probably thinking that you can sit at home, answer the phone, ship the parts out yourself, and become an instant millionaire. Wrong. Let the professionals do what they do." 6. Excellence permits the qualified to perform. Arrogance will not reach for others, but humility recognizes that others possess something you do not. Solomon showed humility by honoring the skills of others. He was a long-term thinker. He refused to carry any burden another was qualified to shoulder. 7. Selecting persons of excellence to surround you is the most important skill a leader can develop. Hiring the right people to help you nurture and achieve your dream is the most important thing you will ever undertake. That's an important skill to have, because the most important thing a manager can do is hire the right new people, says Lee Iacocca, the legendary automobile mogul, on page 23 of his revealing book, Straight Talk. The famed real estate tycoon, Donald Trump, wrote, "My philosophy is always to hire the best from the best," explaining one of his master keys of success. He goes to the best companies in search of their best employees. Then he looks for ways to get them to come to work for him. Some hire the available. Some hire the least expensive. Some hire the least intimidating. Some hire the least demanding. Some hire the likable. And some hire their relatives. Why do many ignore the skills of specialists and experts? Why do they attempt to do everything themselves? People do not pursue the best for the following 3 reasons. 1. Experts are usually more expensive. 2. Experts are not always accessible when you need them. 3. Experts require pursuit, patience, and persistence. The richest man who ever lived knew what he was doing. Hiring the best of the best liberated him to focus on his own expertise. It freed him, and it guaranteed the longevity of his dream, the admiration of other quality people, and peace of mind. Solomon always hired the best of the best. This is one of the golden secrets that helped him to become the richest man who ever lived. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Thank you.